to have you join us on Better You. Our focus today.
Channel 10 News. I am Oluwabukola Akonde. Here is the news in details. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu this Monday received President of Sierra Leone, Julius Maada Bio, in the State House. The Sierra Leonean president, who is in the country for a private engagement, arrived in the State House at about noon for a courtesy visit on the ECOWAS chairman. State House correspondent Musbao Dan Wahab reported that the two leaders had a one-on-one discussion, details of which are sketchy yet. However, this is the first time the Sierra Leonean president would be on such visits to President Tinubu. After 49 days of holding forth as Speaker, Lagos State House of Assembly Mojisola Miranda has resigned her position, paving way for the return of Mudashiru Obasa as substantive Speaker. Musa Toliat reported that the event was part of the intervention of the APC party squad in the leadership crisis at the Legislative House in Lagos. The report.
Strategic locations gave an indication of an impending serious business at the Lagos House of Assembly. This was connected with leadership crisis that has rocked the Legislative House since January 13, 2025, when Honorable Mudashiru Obasa was removed and replaced with Mojisola Miranda, the first female to occupy the top legislative position. 49 days after, it took the intervention of APC stalwarts to bring feuding parties to the negotiating table, and this resolution was reached.
It is with every sense of responsibility that I hereby give you notice of my decision to resign as the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly with effect from today, 3rd of March 2025. And in this regard, I know that this is a point at which, as your leader, I have to make this selfless sacrifice to resign in order to protect this institution. With your unflinching support, I made history as the first female Speaker of Lagos State House of Assembly. And I value and cherish the solidarity freely given to me. My esteemed honorable members, I do not leave out the management and staff of this assembly. I am sincerely grateful to each of you for your support and collaboration during my short but very interesting tenure.
Her resignation paved the way for the return of Honorable Mudashiru Obasa as the Speaker of the Lagos 10th House of Assembly.
I will not communicate or reveal any matter which shall be brought under my consideration or shall come to my knowledge in the discharge of my official duties to any person except as may be required for the due discharge of my official duties as the Speaker. I will always follow the path of justice, honesty, and concord amongst all the people of Lagos State in particular, and Nigeria in general, in all I do. Help me, Allah.
Some principal officers subsequently resigned their appointments, while new nominations were made to replace them. In Lagos, Musa Toliat, NTA News.
The Lagos State government, in partnership with the World Bank and key global health stakeholders, are set to digitalize healthcare services in a bid to strengthen malaria diagnosis and treatment. The Commissioner for Health, Professor Akin Abayomi, made this known at a media briefing ahead of the launch of the Pathway to Malaria Pre-Elimination and Digitalization Program. Joy Ken Apapoya report. Details in our subsequent bulletin. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu says his government will collaborate with the Nigerian Communication Commission (NCC) to strengthen the digital economy for the benefit of the President of the state. The governor made this promise while hosting the Executive Vice Chairman of the Commission (NCC), Aminu Maidia, at the Lagos House, Ikeja. Again, Joy Ken Abakoya report.
The Nigerian Communication Commission team, led by its Executive Vice Chairman Aminu Maida, is in Lagos to seek collaboration to protect digital infrastructure, discuss issues of right-of-way, and adequate notifications during road construction and rehabilitation.
We recognize that Lagos needs to be a strategic partner for us. And of course, in the spirit of partnership that you have shown and solved, something that was help us to solve something that was a stumbling block for the industry for over a decade. I think there is also opportunity for us to build on top of that.
Governor Sanwo-Olu, who disclosed that his administration has attracted investments worth billions of dollars into the digital economy, says the decision to collaborate with NCC is born out of his administration's commitment to education and technology.
Part of the things that we've also done is to put our money where our mouth is. Very early in this government, we knew, for example, that fiber, connectivity and duct availability, was one of the ways to go. We also have it on record that within this our time, the last 5 years, we believe that from the numbers we have seen, directly and indirectly, will have actually attracted investment in excess of about $1.2 billion direct.
This partnership between the Lagos State government and the NCC is in line with an executive order signed by President Bola Tinubu in July 2024 to protect key infrastructure across the country. In Lagos, Joy Ken Abakuya, NTA News.
You are live on NTA Lagos Channel 10. Now let's take a break. After the short time out, the news continues. Please stay tuned.
Chief, you are welcome. Oh, this people said. Oh, thank God, the light is back. Oh, again.
Why are you still living in the past? Have you not heard of solar?
Chief, forget all these fake products in the market.
Don't get mad. Get Bifrost and Zantress American solar battery and panel. It is the original Indian product in the market. Approved by Sun, Bifrost and Zantress America. Tubular battery. They have super inverter, Zantress MPPT controller, and street light for church, offices, factories, mosques, hospitals, even industries. Visit Easy Blessed Nigeria Limited, head office, Easy Blessed Plaza, F10 and 11, Alaba Arago Junction, Alaba International Market. Ring them on 08036 830 557 08039 644 115. Bifrost and Zantress America.
Solution to steady life.
At Sono Plastics, customers' needs are our priority. We give you all the attention you need. With us, our customers are king. Located at Kilometer 40, Lagos Abeokuta Expressway, Ijoko, Ogun State. Sono Plastics Limited. We are just a phone call away. Contact us through 080-2783-5332. You can reach us through any of our lines and social media handles. Sono Plastics Limited. Come, let's treat you like a king.
You're welcome back. And if you're just joining us, you're watching NTA Lagos Channel 10 News. The Lagos State government, in partnership with the World Bank and key global health stakeholders, are set to digitalize healthcare services in a bid to strengthen malaria diagnosis and treatment. The Commissioner for Health, Professor Akin Abayomi, made this known at a media briefing ahead of the launch of the Pathway to Malaria Pre-Elimination and Digitalization Program. Joy Ken Abakuya reports.
Pathway to Malaria Pre-Elimination and Digitization Program is an initiative funded by the Impact Project and designed to accelerate malaria elimination through digital innovations. The Lagos State Commissioner for Health, Professor Akin Abayomi, says stakeholders at the program are expected to brainstorm on ways to reduce inappropriate use of antibiotics and strategize on linking patients to social health insurance schemes for affordable care.
It is a collective journey towards a healthier, more productive, more economically viable society. As the launch unfolds, we look beyond the ceremony to the real hard work ahead, reaching every last community with life-saving interventions and paving the way for a malaria-free Lagos State.
Despite the reduction in cases of malaria in the state, Professor Abayomi says more than 900,000 malaria cases are still being treated in Lagos annually. He advised residents to sleep under mosquito net, reject treatment without diagnosis.
Not every non-malaria fever requires antibiotics. So the first step is to determine if the fever is caused by malaria. If it is caused by malaria, then the appropriate treatment is a prompt prescription of anti-malarials. If it is not caused by malaria, then the burden is on the care provider to try and understand what is responsible for the malaria-negative fever and treat appropriately, not necessarily with antibiotics.
So we want to eliminate, I think it's malaria. How do we eliminate it? By being tested. So you go to the pharmacies, and there's been a lot of test shifting, a lot of training for the pharmacists that they will test you before they give you this malaria drug.
The launch of the Pathway to Malaria Pre-Elimination and Digitization Program is scheduled for the 4th of March 2025. In Lagos, Joy Ken Abakuya, NTN News.
The federal government has adopted a stance against the production and sale of counterfeit and substandard agricultural inputs in the country. This response arises from growing concerns regarding the smuggling of poor quality onion seeds by certain farmer group. Musa Baba Aliyu reports.
Mariam Dawood, a dedicated plant breeder at the Lake Chad Research Institute in Maiduguri, Borno State, has made significant strides in agricultural research on a new high-yielding variety of sorghum. Her efforts demonstrate the potential for innovative agricultural practices for food security and increase crop productivity in the region. In addition to her work, several researchers across Nigeria have also successfully produced high-yielding seeds varieties. In November 2024, the National Committee on Naming, Registration and Release of Crop Varieties approved 4 new seed varieties developed by the National Cereal Research Institute in Badegi, Niger State.
Procedure for crop variety release involves the activities of the plant breeder on station, in multi-location, and on farmers' fields. The next task is to test them in multi-locations so that the adaptation and the performance in different ecological zones can be ascertained. From the multi-location testing, few of the varieties which would be recommended for registration and release will be identified and taken to the farmers.
Similar giant strides were recorded in ABU's area and the Horticultural Research Institute Ibadan, Oyo State. Despite this advancement, a major challenge remains the transformation of breed seeds into certified seeds that can be effectively distributed to farmers.
And we must believe in ourselves. We should have our own local seed banks. We shouldn't allow our local varieties to go extinct because of our crave for their own varieties. We should have seed banks, we have gene banks in all relevant areas.
Government should shun the temptation of demanding for unrealistic amount of seed that will be supplied to farmers as a contract. Let farmers themselves interact with the seed companies and get their seeds.
To address this, the federal government is actively encouraging investment in seed production and multiplication from various stakeholders, including farmers themselves.
But what we expect them to do is also to assist the farmers to grow more so that you can have an offtake agreement. If you're investing, because in agriculture, 100 naira in agriculture will produce 400 naira worth of good. So you can give the farmer the 100 naira, he produces 400, you take 100 naira, and he still makes a profit of 300 naira, and you have not impacted on the market.
Moreover, the government has taken a firm stance against the production, supply, and marketing of counterfeit and substandard seeds. This commitment reflects a broader strategy to alleviate agricultural practices and foster sustainable farming in Nigeria, helping to secure food sources for the growing population. Musa Baba Aliyu, News.
UK and Ukraine signs new deal to support Ukraine's defense capabilities as European Leaders Summit begins in London. Plus, Uganda reports second death from Ebola virus in Kampala. Charles Hafer report.
Reporters cheered as Zelensky's convoy swept into Downing Street, where he was embraced by Keir Starmer before heading into the UK leader's home. The two countries also unveiled a £2.26 billion, that is $2.84 billion loan agreement to support Ukraine's defense capabilities. Starmer said both leaders wanted to achieve a lasting peace for Ukraine based on sovereignty and security for Ukraine, which is so important for Europe and the United Kingdom. Meanwhile, European leaders converge on London Sunday for talks on the plight of Ukraine. Downing Street said Sunday's summit would again stress the need for a strong, lasting deal that delivers a permanent peace and next steps on planning for strong security guarantees for Ukraine. In Africa, Uganda reported a second death from Ebola virus in Kampala, where a young child died on Sunday. It is the second victim of an outbreak that was announced in late January. About 265 others were quarantined for monitoring in a hospital in Kampala and the eastern city of Mbale after coming into contact with the nurse who died in late January. This is the sixth outbreak in Uganda of Sudan Ebola, a strain of the virus for which there is no approved vaccine for a vaccination. Charles Alpha, NTA News.
On the entertainment news tonight, Jude Okoye has secured a 100 million naira bail as he prepares to face trial after arraignment. Aishat Abrazak has the details.
Jude Okoye, former manager and brother of the defunct music group P-Square, has been granted bail in the sum of 100 million naira. The bail was granted on March 3, 2025, ahead of his trial for alleged money laundering involving 1.38 billion naira, $1 million, and 34,537.59 pounds. Okoye was arraigned by the EFCC and initially remanded in Ikoyi prison, and his bail conditions include 2 sureties with 100 million naira landed properties in Lagos. Additionally, Jude is prohibited from traveling abroad without court approval. His trial is scheduled to begin on April 14, 2025. Moving on, gospel artist Moses Bliss and his wife Mary are celebrating their first wedding anniversary, marking a year of love and God's faithfulness in their marriage. Moses Bliss took to social media to express his heartfelt gratitude to God for guiding them through their first year together. Happy first anniversary to us, Mary Bliss Official. Lord, we are thankful for your presence every step of the way. Thank you for the faithfulness. This loving is for life, he wrote. That's it for entertainment news today. I'm Aisha Abdulrazak.
And that concludes the English segment of the news tonight. Akinlade is standing by for the news translation in Yoruba. I am Oluwabukola Akande. Good evening.
Ẹ kú àṣálẹ́, ẹ sì kú dédé àsìkò yìí. Èyí ni àṣàyàn ìròyìn tó wọlé tàn yín wá láti iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìjọba àpapọ̀ ìkànnì 10 tó wà ní agbègbè Tẹ́jú-Oṣó ní ìlú Èkó. Olúwaṣèyí Adéṣọlá Akínládé lóníròyìn. Ìròyìn rèé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. Ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu lónìí tí í ṣe ọjọ́ Ajé Monday ti gba àlejò ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Sierra Leone Julius Maada Bio sí ọ́fíìsì ìṣèjọba orílẹ̀-èdè yìí tó ń bẹ ní ìlú Àbújá. Ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Sierra Leone tó ń bẹ ní orílẹ̀-èdè yìí fún ìkópa kan ní ilé aṣòfin ní ọwọ́ ọ̀sán fún ìdélálejò sí alága àjọ ECOWAS. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Musbau Dan Wahab sọ wípé àwọn aṣáájú méjì ọ̀hún ní àjọṣepọ̀ ìfojúkojú èyí tí ẹnikẹ́ni kò tíì mọ pàtó ìfojúkojú wọn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tí a kò bá gbàgbé, èyí ni àkọ́kọ́ ìdélálejò ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Sierra Leone sí ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu. Ìyókù ìròyìn bọ̀ sí etí ìgbọ̀yín láìpẹ́ jọjọ. Lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ mọ́kàndínlógójì tí agbẹnusọ Mojísọ́lá Meranda ti di ipò agbẹnusọ mú, agbẹnusọ Mojísọ́lá Meranda kọ̀wé ìfiṣẹ́sílẹ̀ lónìí lórí ipò tó wà bí agbẹnusọ lọ́fíìsì lórí ipò tó wà ní láti fi àyè sílẹ̀ fún Mudashiru Obasa láti padà sí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ipò agbẹnusọ. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Musa Tolat ló mú ìròyìn wá sọ wípé ètò náà ló jẹ́ ọ̀kan nínú ipa kíkàn nípa fún aṣáájú nínú ẹgbẹ́ àwọn òṣèlú APC láti yanjú àwọn aáwọ̀ fàákájà tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lórí ipò aṣáájú tàwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ aṣòfin ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó. Ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ àwọn àti báńkì tàgbáyé pẹ̀lú àwọn alẹ́nulọ́rọ̀ ní ẹ̀ka ìlera tí gbáradì láti sọ ẹ̀ka ìlera ẹ̀dá di ètò tìgbàlódé lọ́nà àfi okun kún agbára gbígba ìwòsàn àrùn ibà. Kọmíṣánná ẹ̀ka ìlera Akin Àbáyọ̀mí ló sọ èyí di mímọ̀ ní àsìkò tó bá àwọn akọ̀ròyìn ní gbólóhùn ọ̀rọ̀ lórí ìgbésẹ̀ náà ṣáájú ètò pípalẹ̀mọ́ àrùn ibà. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Joyken Abakoya tó mú àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn wá. Àgbékalẹ̀ iṣẹ́ náà ló jẹ́ ọ̀kan pàtàkì tí wọ́n gbé kalẹ̀ láti dínkù àrùn ibà nípasẹ̀ tìgbàlódé. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Akin Àbáyọ̀mí lo àsìkò náà rọ àwọn èèyàn ìlú láti ṣe àmúlò àwọn pẹ̀fọn nígbàkúùgbà àti lóòrèkóòrè. Omi tó bá mọ́ láàrẹ́ lásì, a ò ní rí àṣàyàn ìròyìn ju báyìí lọ. Èní tí ṣọjọ́ ajé tó ti ń wọ òkòwò wa kò ní fò jáde. Jésìtọ́ Moses wà níkàlẹ̀ láti mú ìyókù ìròyìn wá fún wa ní èdè Ògùn. Ẹ ṣé tẹ́ ń tẹ́tí sí wa. Ó dàbọ̀.
Jésìtọ́ Moses nínú tó gbé kò tí tó tẹ̀mẹ̀ táyé mu kọ́tọ́ náà sẹ́họ̀ àwọn ní mọ́tẹ̀tọ̀ ẹ̀ náà zan kàndé ṣẹ́nẹ̀ tó gbé Mojísọ́lá Meranda kò kàwé jò tẹ̀tọ́ táyé mu kọ́tọ́ sẹ́họ̀ àwọn ní mọ́tẹ̀tọ̀ tó mọ́ kótó wẹ́ kò dé sọ̀ tẹ̀mẹ̀ dáyé ẹ̀ náà ò sẹ́tọ́tọ́ èmìyàn dé Mudashiru Obasa kò sọ́wọ́ tẹ̀mẹ̀ kúrò today yin na potu igodo na do mo esa fe jazo ti titengbe ra potogo taide onukoto o se ho awon ni mateton to wo we to godo Mojísọ́lá Meranda do mi do do se do hagbe mi tole do yede ti do mi ko boko ze mi to teme na do mo do emi yin nukoto na azan kande e la shene ere mi ko za to telo me taide nukoto na o se do awon ni mateton le e do mi le won ita yo si mo nkoton ìrajà òtẹ mọ kọlọmẹtò sẹkọọ àwọn onímọtẹtọmẹ dọkùnmẹmìtọ ọkùnkànjí dọmẹmìkò záàzálọ bọdọrọ eyín lóye máa sùpọ sùlẹ tìbá dọkùnmẹmìtọ ọhún náà tìrìbẹ gbọdọ kọdọkọ ẹ tí ìtòṣẹṣẹ náà mìpọ àgbẹmìtọ lẹpọ. tòtẹ ìwé àwọn onímọtẹ họlù kòyìnlẹ ẹkọ wúrẹ àwọ nàdó dìkẹ bọmọdọ tó ọmọẹyìn ò nùkọtọ náà ò tó yìí olùkọ́tọ́ náà ò tògbó sèrà lóhùn tán wẹ́yìn òde kọ́ wá bá òjò náà ò tògbó ká nàìjíríà tán ẹnẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu tó ò tògbó tó ta Àbújá tán mẹ́tọ́ ẹgbẹ́ wẹ́yìn òde ò tògbó ká lọ ẹnẹ Julius Maada Bio yìí òde wá bá òjò náà tògbó ká tó fi lè yé ẹdọ̀nù tó ò tògbó ká nàìjíríà tán ìsọyìn olùkọ́tọ́ àti ìpọ̀rọ̀ náà ò gbẹ ẹ̀kọ́ àsìkàn òjò náà bá mọ́ nǹkan tán wẹ́yìn òtítà Kawai son Togo gan sira lóhùn tán do Togo Nàìjíríà tó mẹ́ná tó àdọ̀nù tó o Togo Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ọwọ́ ìdọ̀ tó o dùnúbà lọ́sìn tó gbẹnu wọ́n yóò délé ìdọ̀ tó ọgọ́lọ̀ bọ̀ mẹ́dẹ́ mamutora bọ̀ etí tó ṣẹṣẹ náà Togo gan àwìlọ́lẹ̀. tó dé wẹ́ àwọn onímọ̀tẹ́kọ̀ lóko wúrẹ́ àwọn náà tó mọ̀rọ̀ àfọ̀rídé dẹ́hẹ̀ gbọ̀gbọ̀ táwọn dé wẹ̀ yìí kò sí tó ní òdélé gba ọ̀fà sí àwùjọ tó pé tó àwọn onímọ̀tẹ́mẹ̀ o àyèsílẹ̀ rẹ̀ wà ètò àwọn onímọ̀tẹ́mẹ̀ tó gbé ẹ̀ báyìí lò lónìí péré rẹ̀ láwùnú ẹ̀dọ́gìyàdọ̀ òtítọ́ lọ́hìn láti mú sọ́ọ̀tì tó sọ tó àwọn onímọ̀tẹ́mẹ̀ filẹ̀ táyà ní ìtàlámẹ̀ tó ń jọ ìkẹ́hìn àbápò àdóhùn ẹ̀dọ́ wà ẹ̀dọ́gìyà dọ̀mẹ̀yìn ògbèrè tọ́ náà òtítọ́ tí òwò tó àwọn onímọ̀tẹ́mẹ̀ òwe yẹn tọ́ àkìyàn báyọ̀mí gbọ́dọ̀ hẹ́ẹ̀lì sátọ́lẹ̀ ẹ̀dọ̀ títọ́ yọ̀yọ́ títẹ̀ngbèrè wẹ́ẹ́ kó sí tó gbónú tó ti máa wọ́pọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ tó àyèmátẹ̀ títò tó gbé Nàìjíríà tọ̀mẹ́lẹ̀ pírẹ́pù àwọn onímọ̀tẹ̀ wẹ́yìn dé òbá máa dánú sọ déyìí ètò ìbáyé lótò àyèmátẹ̀ dépò lẹ́mẹ̀ tí bá máa wọ́pọ̀ náà ẹ̀ wẹ́ẹ́ kó sọ́wúrẹ́ àwòrán tó mú lọ yèyí ò mọ̀ tìtọ̀nkọ́lẹ̀ ẹ̀sán tó pé ẹ́ òbá sí àwòtú nàdúmọ̀dọ̀ tó pélé kó pété wẹ́ẹ́ wà sọ tó pọ́tẹ̀ tó àwọn onímọ̀tẹ̀mẹ̀ nàdúmọ̀dọ̀ yédè òbá kò sán òtò bọ́lọ́mẹ̀ nàdúmọ̀dọ̀ ló yí àwòfì ètí tó òbá sí àwòtú mẹ́ wẹ́yìn òdè yédè pọ̀ títẹ́ngbẹ̀ tó àwọn onímọ̀tẹ̀mẹ̀. Half an hour, lot of I can't just sort of come and come and make a tutorial.
At Sona Plastics, customers' needs are our priority. We give you all the attention you need. With us, our customers are king. Located at kilometer 40, Lagos Abuja Expressway, Ijoko, Ogun State. Sona Plastics Limited. We're just a phone call away. Contact us through 080-2783-5332. You can reach us through any of our lines and social media handles. Sona Plastics Limited. Come, let us treat you like a king.